Okay, so I reached out to Chris over at ADTR. He told me to call Ray over at A&A in beautiful Los Angeles, California. I think that might be his house right there. And this is his backyard. And it's, yeah, it's awesome. Nothing but retired police cars, Crown Vic, heaven, and Explorers. I called him up, asked him if he had a motor. He said, yes, come down. I'll have it out at 1 o'clock. It is 20 to 1. The motor's sitting right over there. Low miles. Never been raced. Only jumped once. Came out of this car right here. He just told me it hydroplaned on the freeway. Hit the wall a couple times. That means it was running all the way to the scene of the accident. That's a good sign. I prefer to buy, if I buy a motor from a junkyard, I want something that was potentially rolled or like rear-ended, because you know it was running just fine. Everything was good, as opposed to a car that just sat around for so long they decided just to junk it and you buy a motor out of it. Well, why weren't they driving it? Well, this thing was in use, and well, it was running right up until it wasn't. Anyway, motor's over there. I want to get it loaded up in the car, and then it's crazy that this is the guy's backyard. Either way, I'm gonna get this thing loaded up in the car, in my Silverado, and then get back to the shop and get this thing in. I think I'm driving this thing this weekend. I'm feeling good about it. Be right back. Okay, made it back to the shop safely. All I did was send this guy a picture of where I was. And he showed up over here. I think he's as excited about putting a motor in the Crown Hick as I am. Let's open up some stuff and drag some stuff out. And make some stuff and move some stuff. Speaking of stuff, there's some stuff that won't work right there. If I'm going to put a bunch of money into a motor, I'm going to put it into this or a Coyote swap. It doesn't make sense to invest a bunch of time and effort into this, even though it looks kind of cool. It is pretty cool, but it doesn't make sense to do that. So this busted up relic right here is got at least a couple of stretch rods and one ruined ashtray. Well, I guess it could still be an ashtray, but it's a bad piston now. Either way, I went high and low, and I found, Joey left, right? Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So I don't have to, I can back the truck right up to here. I found out there at A&A Auto Wrecking in beautiful Los Angeles County. Yeah, Los Angeles. Oh, look at that stuff. I've dumped a bunch of stuff out of this car driving. But this is a low mileage Crown Vic from a police car. Had the oil changed just a few months ago. And yeah. Man, I'm doing an oil change as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. No shoes.
So that's cool. Make a note, don't take the dipstick out, or put the dipstick in before you put the headers on, otherwise you can't get it in. Just so you know. I don't see any broken sensors on the front. I think I'm gonna drag the cherry picker around and pull this thing out and start getting it going. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right,
Let's go.
let's do it. Oh, I forgot I had that.
You want to back
Fancy.
back the truck up?
Yeah, you want to grab the keys? Are on my desk. I will move this truck out the way, put that engine down on the ground. Man, got a lot going on here. All right, so I just pulled the Whitey Ford out. That's good. Mark has backed in the Silverado. That, we can put it on that engine stand, I guess. That is probably already set up for it right there. Da, da. Let me go get the bolts. I got them right over here. Here, lift it up real high. Keep going. Let her down. I mean, it looks awesome. No accidents. Nothing looks broke. Exhaust manifold is going to come off. Give this thing a quick little bath.
So it says Crown Hick 92324. 923 says the last oil change.
Yeah, I think we're looking good.
Nothing's cracked. Nothing's busted.
No, I saw the car. I got hit in the left front and the left rear. They spun into a wall, a hydroplane, he said. But
On their way to lunch.
so power steering pump, I will take off.
Looks a little. Yeah.
Just because I have a new one over there. And this line will come out. That goes out with the pump. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with this. Yeah, I think the starter harness, yeah, I can take that off there. Yeah, life is good. Need to give it a bath. Which is good because I still have the pressure washer out next door. And this thing is on wheels right now. So
It's about to happen.
you know it's about to get a bath. Let me snatch off that power steering. Looks like a 10 millimeter and a 10 millimeter. Oh, you know what? Let's take that plate out of there. Let it sort of drop down the hole. I think you just lift right out of there.
Did you say it was made for it?
You would think. It's made for something else, but it works for this too. Yeah, definitely works. Definitely extracting,
Yeah.
but I think I need to step up my unibit or my easy out one size. Fries are done?
Nice, dude. You got
One of
out.
them's out.
That thing broke off like halfway.
Yeah, it was in there pretty deep. It could have broke off flush and then just sort of worked its way in. But it looks like someone tried to booger in a different bolt. This is some city yard engineering. tell if it's coming out or not. Yeah, it's coming out.
Wow. Impressive.
That was pretty good. We were very fortunate. We were pretty lucky there. See what I did?
See what you did there? You're lucky. That beats welding and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. The other option, if this would have not worked or if the easy out would have broken, this being flush with the head, you put a washer that fits very neatly over it. I've crazy glued the washer to the aluminum because it's going to burn off. And then basically weld a nice little ball right on top of this. Get it sort of nice and red hot. Aluminum and steel expand and retract at different temperatures. And then put a nut over it and then fill that nut up with weld, washer still in place. And then potentially just thread it right out. This was pretty smooth. The other option could have been a left-handed thread or left-handed drill. I just didn't have one. So my easy out is basically like a threaded punch, but it's threaded backwards. So as I take the bolt out, this is threading in. So it's going in and grabbing a hold of the bolt and getting tighter and tighter and tighter as it pulls it out of the head. Pretty clever idea. Somebody came out with that and patented it a long time ago. You can tell from the marks right here that this part of the exhaust manifold has been loose for a long time and moving around. Probably was that noise that they hate so much. Either way, it's out. And let's change that dipstick. Pro tip, you have to do the dipstick before you do the headers. You can't put the dipstick in after.
Can't feed it through.
You can't feed it through. It's just not possible. So that looks like 8mm to me. Okay, I forget about all that. I transferred over the cooler adapter. Also holds the filter. I've cleaned it out with some brake clean very thoroughly. I cleaned out the water port because there was some red smudge inside there. That's pretty disgusting. I don't really want to get too far into this motor. I don't want it to leak anything, exhaust or oils, because this is just going to be cruising me around. Well, this is what I'm telling myself, okay? This is just going to be for cruising around, chasing parts and having a little fun, as long as it lasts.
That's how it all starts, dude.
Okay, that's how it all starts, exactly right.
C10. It's just a little part.
Just a parts chaser that really is a lot of fun to chase parts with. Some of those parts haul ass, so you have to do something to keep up with some of the parts. Either way, yeah, I think I'm going to take it next door and give it a, in Germany, a shower is called a douche. So I'm taking this next door and I'm going to give it a douche. It's German for shower. Too far? Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. It was exceptionally clean. Forget about it. Wow, Stainless Works headers are installed. Little name drop in there. A couple things we had to do. I remember the first time we put these things on, we had to modify the studs because some of the studs would want to push onto the tube in a couple of different spots. And so we had to put the one side on a couple times. This side went on like pudding. Pudding, that's good, right? Pudding, smooth, delicious. Anyway, I did pull the flex plate over here and compare them just to make sure. I've had issues like that where everything is exactly the same. Why would it have a different flex plate? That makes no sense. It still cost me half a day, but I did confirm that this is the correct flex plate. I changed the oil filter bracket because this one is designed to have an external oil cooler. So that is rocking. And we gave this thing a douche, shower.
Cleaned up nicely, dude.
Did it clean up nice? It's a low mileage motor. And now it's actually going to go in. It's going to go in right now. Hey, can you hold that for me? It's going in. You don't even know how going in it is. The thing about police cars is they have these silicone radiator hoses. And it's the last radiator hose you'll ever buy. So luckily, we saved the ones that came on the car when we got it. And I just got this motor from a place that has it's literally just full of cool stuff that lasts forever. And all I got was the upper radiator hose. But it's all right. Man, I'm excited about this. Is this car even racked? Oh, but I think the lift will go underneath it. So, well, no, because we have to, once we get it in, we have to lift it up just to get it to line up.
Rack her up?
Yeah, give her the rack. Gotta rack her the business. Over this way just a little.
Now you got to kind of keep it turned a little bit that way to get the header away from the master, from the brake booster. And as soon as it gets down low enough, it will.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Move this over here.
Okay, I think we can. Going back just a little. How we looking?
We're clear. It's just the O2 sensor over there that clears. Yeah. There it is. Let's go on this side. Just clear the bell housing.
Wow, we're pretty close to in all the way. I mean, this is going to make a rocket sound here.
digits.
Oh, yeah. That's an extra battery cable. Probably end up taking that off, but especially since the battery's not even in that area anymore.
Yeah, so this is down and back, right?
Back and to the left. The master cylinder. Got to go towards you quite a ways. So yeah. So we got to go down 6 inches at least. So kind of hold it right there off of the. A little bit more will be under the master cylinder, and that will, or the booster.
That landed somewhere.
Yeah. Up just a little. Working by Braille. I know we got lights.
There's one right there.
Oh yeah, so that's the oil pan is right on the
Oh, yeah.
cross member. So basically the motor, there's a little too much lean to it right now. Does that help?
Yep, 100%.
Okay. It's a very special time in my life right now. Oh, John McGann's here. Fix McGann, Wheels McGann. Chopper McGann. There's a lot of McGanns out there. The original's right here. Anyway, he just helped me button up a bunch of stuff on here. Disregard the wiring. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm just happy to remember where everything went. I'm in my 60s, so I'm just gonna say that. Just happy to remember, figured out where everything went. Anyway, that is the motor after I cleaned it up, engine compartment after I pressure washed all that, which we had never done because we weren't allowed to use a pressure washer at the studio. Yeah.
Environmentally hazardous.
Exactly. We checked for fuel leaks already, and I mean, honestly, everything's plugged in. It's the same 66-pound injectors. There is no boost, so we should theoretically idle the same because at idle, the blow-off valve is open. So it should fire up. I actually called Tuner Tom. He said, yeah, it'll probably work. When Tom says it'll probably work, hey, it'll probably work. Anyway, check for fuel leaks one more time.
Looks good.
It's all good?
Yeah.
All right. I think I forgot to hook up the exhaust. I may have left the headers open. Man, this is gonna be a cruiser, buddy. Oh, she wants to party. Maybe I shouldn't be revving it because there's no tune in the thing, but it fires up. There are no knocks. This is a newer motor, right?
Police car engine.
Yeah, police car motor.
Crown Victoria.
Yeah. 4.6, newer than what was in here before. So I'm very pleased that it fires right up. This thing has not fired up with a knock in a very long time. Yeah. Anyway, happy that it runs. I'm going to get Tutor Tom over here, take some tune out, put some tune in, make some stuff work. I'm going to button up the cooling system, put some power steering fluid in this thing. I already checked the oil. It's all good. So, yeah. What's that I hear?
Your camper special.
Just cruising around.
It's a fun cue.
Yeah. Okay, so after I get a tune in this thing, I'll take this thing out for a little bit of a spin. Shenanigans may ensue. I can't guarantee. I don't know. I can't promise you they won't. I think John's going to be involved. And yeah, I'll be right back. It'll be like seconds to you. Just warmed up. Their fuel's not terribly off. Temp is good. Transmission feels like it's working well. No hands. This thing is a nice driver. I don't know who built this, but he wasn't an idiot. Well, he could have been, but...
Probably reasonably.
without doing too
Safely.
much with the motor.
Yeah, you can probably look up like a Hellcat now, supercharged.
Anyway, thanks you guys. Appreciate all your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I don't know, check out some more Crown Hick videos. They are coming soon.